Night 2. I arrived early the second night. I brought 2 coffees, as one was barely enough the previous night. Along with the newspaper, I brought some magazines as well. 6 hours was a long time to be sitting doing nothing. I learned that the hard way. My boss left me another note telling me that I might want to throw on the Freddy Fazbear head if an animatronic gets too close, as they will assume that I was just another animatronic. Under that, he left the names of most of the animatronics: Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Nangle, and Foxy. The first hour of my shift went slow, occasionally checking the cameras and routinely winding up the stupid music box. I took that opportunity to check out the rest of the cameras I had not seen yet. I checked the camera labeled Game Area, and I could see what appeared to be a statue of a young boy holding a balloon. It could have been another animatronic, but I wasn't sure. It kind of reminded me of Pinocchio. That thing was a bit unsettling, definitely creepier than any of the others I saw. I switched around some more and found a camera labeled Parts. It was the room where they kept all the old animatronics. I could see the robots laying on the floor, partially disassembled with certain parts missing on each of them. It was like a robot graveyard. I switched to the main stage camera and saw that both Bonnie and Chica were gone. That was a lot quicker than last night. I flipped to another camera and saw Bonnie, face to the camera, staring at me. My heart skipped a beat and I jumped back in my seat and let out a loud gasp. Under my now heavy breathing, I let out a small laugh. I still found it a bit amusing, but only for a few seconds, before I started to think. How did that thing know what a camera was? Sure, they have facial recognition technology, but they would have no reason to know what a camera is. Why would the creators program these things to know what a camera is? And why the hell was it staring into the camera like that? I became a bit uneasy and more paranoid now, checking the cameras more frequently. It wasn't until another hour later that something happened. Footsteps, coming down the hallway. I grabbed the flashlight and shined it down the hallway. It was Chica holding what looked like a cupcake. She stood there, just staring at me for a good 30 seconds before my flashlight started to flicker. No, not now. Off. Only for 2 seconds, before a light returned, but Chica was gone. Damn, I then remembered I hadn't wound up the music box. I turned on the monitor again and switched over to camera 11. I had made it with only a few seconds to spare and wound it back up. My heart was beating quickly from what I had just witnessed. I wasn't finding it too amusing anymore. The way they both looked at me, I was too focused on checking the cameras and shining my flashlight down the hall. The way they looked at me, even through the cameras, it was really creepy. I couldn't focus on reading the paper anymore. I was too focused on checking the cameras and shining my flashlight down the hall. I was more concerned and curious than I was scared, though. Minutes turned to hours with nothing happening again. It wasn't until 5 a.m. that I heard footsteps coming down the hall again. I shined the flashlight down to reveal Foxy the pirate. It was one of the old damaged animatronics. Right as I turned the light on, I could see it stop moving, turn around, and run back the opposite direction. What was that about, I thought. Maybe he shied. 6 a.m. came slow, but when it did, I was excited to go home. So far, the job wasn't anything terrible, just different.